All right, my phone's telling me that more light's required, but I'm too lazy to get up and turn it on right now. Uh, this is my ketamine infusion update 5 part 2. I'm doing a part 2 because I'm a little concerned. The infusion therapy has been great, but I feel like my hypomanic slash manic symptoms, there's still debate on whether I'm bipolar 1 or 2, because I did have, when I was younger, psychotic like tendencies during my manic episodes. Like I would imagine these these crazy things and convince myself of crazy things and would stay up for days. And they say that you have to stay up for more than 7 days, I think, or something like that. There's like certain criterias, which I never stayed up for more than 7 days. I think the most I've ever stayed up was 4 or 5 days. But during that time, like right now, I'm having a hard time not shopping. Like I constantly looking at Facebook Marketplace, Amazon, and I'm like, oh, what if I bought this? What if I bought that? Oh, I was thinking about like maybe if I got a flagpole. And this month I've spent a lot. I bought a Nintendo Switch 2. I spent too much money this month. Let's just put it that way. And I haven't spent any money this entire year because I was so down. And, after probably about session 3 or 4 is when this started, when I started to feel like this buzz in my head. Like it just feels like really light and buzzy. And I feel unstoppable. I feel like I'm flying high. I don't want to go to sleep because I feel really good. Like I feel awesome right now. But I'm constantly going Facebook Marketplace. I just I can't stop. I keep telling myself like stop looking at stuff, stop looking at stuff, but I keep going back and back. And I've already like bought a bunch of crap, little things, big things, just just everything that I thought was interesting and cool. And I'm just like, I can't afford to do this. I'm already spending $1,200 this month on the ketamine infusion therapy, so I can't afford to keep spending money like this. And so I sent a message to my doctor just now. It's what time is it? It is 12:24. Um, so I sent a message to my doctor. Hopefully he'll get back to me tomorrow. My next session is Friday. It's now Wednesday morning. Um, so I've got about 2 days before my next session. And I talked to ChatGPT and I said, hey, ChatGPT works just as good as your prompts. So the better your prompts, the better the output. So I said, hey, I'd like you to put your neuroscientist hat on, please. And he's like, okay, I got my hat on. What would you like to talk about? Neuroplasticity, blah 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 blah. And then I said, you know, as you know, I'm doing because I talked to it. I said, as you know, I'm doing ketamine infusion. I just finished my 5th session, and I explained my symptoms. And I said, I'm worried that, I'm going hypomanic. And he said, yeah, you need to talk to your doctor immediately, because it could make your mania slash hypomania symptoms worse and even lead to a possible psychosis if it's not like. So talk to your doctor about possible pauses. I did talk to him during the last session, and I told him my concerns, and he said that they could bump up my anti mania med, which I'm on currently, which is Rexulti. I was on 1 milligram of Rexulti, and they just bumped me up to 2. And so I took 2 today, 2 milligrams this afternoon, because I felt like I was spiraling out of control. And I took the 2 milligrams. Normally, I don't take it till nighttime before I go to bed. I normally take certain medicines during the day and certain medicines at night. So I like to take the Rexulti at night before I go to bed. and I take it with usually with my Lunesta, which is my sleeping meds. And I took it like kind of out of desperation, hoping that it would calm me down. And I know I'm spiraling out right now. Like, I don't know if you can tell by the way I'm talking, but my brain is just like do 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 do. It's just going a million miles an hour right now, and I keep thinking about like it's weird because I feel like looking at stuff to buy disconnects me from what's going on here because this is uncomfortable right now. Like I'm uncomfortably high on a high right now, and like I feel so good that it's very uncomfortable. I'm not used to it, and I don't know if it's just like hypomania. I'm pretty sure it is, or if I'm just not used to feeling this good. Um, it's a work in progress. You gotta be open and communicate with your doctors. You got to be very truthful. As much as I like doing the infusions, the euphoria is amazing. The after effects have been amazing. I don't want to go into a full blown psychosis. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not risking my mental health for anything. And so, I'm gonna be very open as I always have been with all my doctors about my symptoms, about my thoughts, about how I feel things are going. And you got to be proactive in your health, your physical, mental health. Being proactive is going to the gym, right, and doing the exercises correctly, learning how to do the exercises correctly, getting a good regiment, getting on a good eating plan or diet if you don't mind that word. um, and you got to be methodical about this stuff. It's your only body, right? So I don't want to end up in the mental ward, and with them tranquilizing me down. So I really need to. I don't know. Hopefully, I can get some sleep tonight because I'm supposed to drive 3 hours tomorrow. I'm going to meet somebody, um, and it's an hour and a half to drive 55 miles. Florida is like if whatever mileage you're going, just like triple or quadruple it. That's how long it's going to take you, especially in Tampa. You go 12 miles, it's going to take you 30 minutes. That's how it is here. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. I got it. I'm going 55 miles. It takes an hour and a half. That should be like less than that should be like 40 minutes going 70, 80 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? And you can see I'm skipping around topics now. My mind is just jumping around like crazy. I wanted to get this on video. I wanted to share it with you for those of you that going through it too. Um, I'm not like running around and I'm not like texting everybody. I am looking for people to talk to, but I know that all of my friends and my wife, most of the people I know are asleep right now. So there's really no one to talk to except for ChatGPT and do what I'm doing now, which is screaming into the void. I don't know. It really worries me. I had my hopes up so much for this ketamine infusion therapy, and I'm not saying it's not working. I'm not saying I'm broken, but like I've gotten my hopes up in the past for my mental health. A lot of times when I got on a new med and I was like, oh wow, this new med's working. I can feel a difference, and then it was like, oh, it's not really working anymore. Oh, let's bump it up. Okay, like that's better. And then eventually I end up on the max dose, and then it's like it doesn't work anymore. So we got to switch to something else. And then I have like a bad reaction to that medication. I like can't stop coughing, or like it makes me nauseous, or it gives me a headache, or I have really bad reaction to it. And then we got to switch meds again. And that's kind of how my mental health journey has been. And I don't want the ketamine infusion therapy to be like the rest of the meds that I've taken, where it's going to be like oh, well, now you got to stop it. And then maybe in a year you can come back and try it again, or you know what I mean? And psilocybin is actually showing a lot of promise. Uh, I talked to my psychiatrist's PA today, and she was telling me that it actually shows more promise than ketamine. Talking about how it can kind of give your brain like that neuroplasticity in as little as 1 to 2 sessions. So I don't know. It's not the end all be all. Obviously, if the ketamine infusion therapy doesn't work out, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to stop. I won't quit in this mental health journey. I got to stay above ground for my loved ones. I got to stay above ground for my family, which are also my loved ones. See, I can't even like follow a line of thought here like I normally would. Like I can't even talk correctly right now. Um, but no, my friends, my family, um, the future people that I want to help, you know, um, I want to be like Bill Gates. I want to be, I want to leave a fortune to the world. I want to feed the hungry. I want to help people. I mean, that's truly what's in my heart. And, if that's what it takes to get done, I got to fight, I got to fight so that I can help people and spend more time with my loved ones and make more memories, before we return to the one. So, I don't know. You're kind of hanging out with me while I ramble. It's probably really boring for you, but it's very therapeutic for me. This channel really helps me stay sane. It helps me get my stuff out there. And I know some people might think it's stupid, me being all open about my mental health to the world, basically. It's a very private thing, in the past. People were very private about even being on high blood pressure medication or any medication. And the army, back in my day, if they found out that you're having mental health problems, you would be shunned pretty much. And the military in general, I don't know about the Air Force. The Air Force is really seems to treat their people really well. I'm not saying the Army's horrible or anything. I'm just saying like that was how it was back in the day. Before that, it was like gay people were shunned. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's like we progress through time and hopefully we get better and in our understanding of each other and our love for each other. And forward's the only way. And that's the only way for my mental health. I have to keep moving forward. I have to keep chipping away at this stone. It's so weird. I'm like so wired but exhausted at the same time. Like I can feel that my brain is tired because it's buzzing. And like I could close my eyes and then like, oh, that's relaxing, but I don't want to. I don't want to sleep because I feel great. It's what is that thing? Quantum mechanics, I think. I was watching something about it, and some guy was talking about. I don't remember if this was quantum mechanics or not, but it was something in physics about how certain matters can be in different states at the same time. Like water could be like, I guess water could be like solid and liquid at the same time. In some I don't understand how, but like in some instances, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool, and I feel like that's how my brain is right now. That it's like it's tired and it's energized at the same time. I wanna, I don't know. I feel even too energized to play a game. Like I was gonna stream some more Horizon Zero Dawn onto my channel another hour, and I'm too fidgety to play that game right now to concentrate. So I'm watching YouTube videos. I'm surfing Facebook Marketplace for more crap that I don't need. Um, Smoking on my vape. I shouldn't be smoking in the house, right? That's the wife's rule, anyways. Is no vaping in the house, so I try not to do it. And I don't know. I feel like I need to take just like a really deep breath, and it doesn't help. I may need like some kind of emergency, like downer, like a benzodiazepine or something. But I'm a high tolerance individual. It usually takes a lot, like of a drug. Like I remember, me and a friend of mine were both on Klonopin, and he would take like I think it's half a milligram, and would be out. Right? Me, I could take 8 of those half milligrams and not even feel it. Take like 4 milligrams of Klonopin and just like barely feel like like that my brain's slowing down. It wouldn't put me to sleep when I'm like this. Um, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. I guess I'm just gonna ride it out and see what happens. Hopefully I don't stay up all night. Because then I'm gonna miss out on this thing tomorrow if I do. I guess I should. Let's see. If I leave here at 11 tomorrow, that means I should go to bed around 2 o'clock, which is in about an hour and a half. So hopefully, I took my sleeping meds, so hopefully that kicks in. I don't think it's strong enough. I'm only on 2 milligrams of Lunesta right now, and I don't feel like sometimes I'm up for hours after taking that, and I don't feel anything. So, and my issue is I know I should try and just lay there with my eyes closed and not play on my phone, not try and meditate. I know how to do transcendental meditation. I was taught by a guru, and so I know how to do that. He gave me my mantra, and I used to love to meditate every day. I'd meditate 20 minutes every day, but I worked my way up to that because it was really hard in the beginning for me when doing meditation to get calm enough to slow my brain down because my brain was constantly running. And so the meditation helped bring balance, and I need to get back into that. And I also haven't been back to the gym since I went on last week. So I was gonna go. Let's see, it was last Wednesday. So it's been almost a week. Well, it has been a week since I've been in the gym because the last time I went was Wednesday. Worked out for about 45 minutes with the trainer, and he was trying to do his spiel, trying to sell me training packages and stuff, but I really can't afford that right now. It's like $75 for per hour workout, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you need to come twice a week," and I'm like, "So you want me to spend $600 a month to work out? No, I'm good. I know how to use stuff, and a lot of the Nautilus machines and the new fancy smart machines they have, you can't do the workout wrong. Like the machine won't let you move in the wrong direction. Free weights, you can, mess all kinds of stuff up, but on those types of machines, it's dummy proof." Except for the first machine when I was getting a tour of the gym. The first machine had these knee holders, like you sit down and like say if you're doing like some shoulder pull downs or whatever. And I sat with my back to the knee press, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you need to turn around." And like I was like, "Oh okay, I'm an idiot. Yeah, these are not dummy proof at all." Oh shit. I mean, it's hard to be this vulnerable. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who's watching my videos. I can't look up and see like, oh, this guy or this girl watch my stuff, and I can only help that or hope that it's helping someone, even one person, to not feel alone in this. journey of life. Um, that's really my only incentive for being vulnerable. That and the therapeutic effects that I get from sharing my life to the void, as I call it. I don't, you know, um, there's not really a lot of comments on my videos, and I've got like 700 and some followers, which is great, and I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. Um, but I don't get a lot of comments on my videos, so there's not really a lot of dialogue happening yet. Um, I hope to have more dialogue in the future in this channel. I just recently discovered iMovie on my phone, so now I can stitch videos together. I'm just really bad at editing, and really a lot of times don't have the bandwidth to put in the work like that. Like some of these guys on YouTube that got B rolls and all kinds of stuff. I'm just like, I just want to get the information out there as quick as possible. It may be more boring. It may not be as polished as some other people that put stuff on YouTube, but I try to be accurate as possible in my information. I try to do my research before sharing information. Sometimes I think, what was it I said about, like, I just did an Apple TV video tonight that I uploaded because I think it's a great device. I think there was something in there that I might have stated that was incorrect about the capabilities of it. I don't remember what it was now, but I put the link to another video that went into further detail in my description of my video, so that should help people out to get even more information on like what you can do with Siri. Like I didn't know if you're watching a movie, say for example, and like you didn't quite hear what the guy just said, like in the past 30 seconds, you can hit the Siri button on the side of the remote. This little button right here, and say, "Hey, what did you say?" And then it'll go back those like 10, 20 seconds, and it'll put the subtitles on the screen just for that, what they were saying, and then the subtitles turn off. Now that's pretty awesome. I typically watch with subtitles because my wife is a little hard of hearing. So we typically watch everything with subtitles, and so it's nice because you get all the dialogue. Like you don't miss a thing. It doesn't skip a beat. But sometimes, like I catch myself spending more time reading than actually watching the. So that I gotta be cognizant of that and look back and forward. And sometimes I purposely like ignore the subtitles and only look at them when I don't like when I didn't hear everything. So I don't know, Joe. I think that's all I got. Looking at 23 minutes here. We're in cinematic mode, so it's not 4K. I put it in cinematic because the camera on the front will pick up more light. Check it out, my little space otter. And then, of course, you got to rep the Corps of Engineers. See, Yeti, they were doing free engraving, so I took advantage of that. They wouldn't let me upload my unit crest, though. They said it was copyright infringement. I'm like, what? Freaking unit crest is copyrighted? Like, come on, man. I should be able to put my unit crest on this shit. Anyways, I'm too distracted to play PlayStation, so I'm probably just gonna YouTube it for a while, and hopefully at 2 o'clock I'm gonna head towards the bedroom, let the dogs out before I go, head towards the bedroom, and then hopefully pass out until 10. Get up, take a shower, have my coffee, and get ready to go by 11 to drive an hour and a half, hour and 25 minutes, and then the wife stole my car today, so I got to go drive a gas-powered car tomorrow. Boo-hoo. I I just I hate not driving my car. I really do. I love my car. But no, I got a pretty sweet ride. It's a Hyundai. Her car's in the shop, so she's got a 22 Hyundai Tucson, and they gave me I think it was a Santa Fe? Yeah, it's the next step up. I think the next step above the Tucson's the Santa Fe, and then the next step above that, I think, is the Palisade. The Hyundai Palisade, I think, is the name of it. Yeah. So, but the Santa Fe they gave me is the last model, not the current square, boxy, ugly model. I think the older model of the Santa Fe looks better than the new square, boxy Santa Fe. I think that thing is ugly as hell. The new Palisade's nice though. That shit's hot. And those Genesis like GV 70, 80s, and 90 SUVs, those are probably the best looking SUVs. Unfortunately, I'm just not a big fan of Hyundai right now. This ever since we got the car, this check engine light's been coming on and off the whole time. And multiple times it's been just the gas cap. And then on our way to Ohio, we were right at what, like 40,000 miles on the car. It was like stuttering like the whole time. It was only when you were going really fast, like 70, 80 miles an hour, you didn't feel the vibration from the engine. But when you're going slow, it was like puttering. So when we got to Ohio, I had to take the car to the dealership while on vacation. And, they had it for, I think, 2 or 3 days. They had to replace the cylinder in the engine at 40,000 miles. Now it's back in the shop with the check engine light. And they sent us a thing, like a proposal on like services that were needed. And I didn't see anywhere in that service thing where it says what the check engine light was. He told me at the dealership that it was getting multiple gas app error codes, but he's like, it should have cleared out by now once you put it on right, because you've gotten gas multiple times. So he didn't understand what was going on at that second. Now, they were nice enough to put me in a rental. It is under warranty, so the warranty covers a rental, and I'm driving a bigger SUV than I have. Very nice SUV. So I'm not mad about it, but I just I like things that have the possibility of lasting a lifetime. Like I like Volvo, I like Toyotas, I like Hondas. Um, I like my car because I think my car as an electric vehicle. Fords typically aren't the most reliable, right? They're great. They make great trucks, but they're not on the top of the reliability list. That crown belongs to Lexus, and second, I think, is Toyota. So as far as, but it's a balance, right? It's a balance on how much you like the car and how reliable it is. Not everybody wants to drive a Toyota Camry, right? Even though Camrys are sweet cars, and especially if you get the TRD V6, pretty sweet ride. I think they look good. I like Lexus better. I just like the way Lexus looks better. Not necessarily because it's more expensive. I just like Lexus's styling better and looks. And I feel like the interiors are better quality, well, better put together. They're quieter. They got more soundproofing in them. Um, Lexus is one of my favorite brands, but I think my absolute favorite brand, top, is probably Volvo. But my favorite car right now is my Mustang Mach-E GT Performance. It's a mouthful, but I love it. I think it's gonna last me a long time. I don't think it's gonna give me any issues. Um, there's not a lot of moving parts in there, and the only issues I've had with my car have been um, there was about a month or two where I was having issues like connecting CarPlay. Probably it only worked like half the time, and then I'd have to turn off my car, reset the infotainment system. But this year, since all the updates that I've gotten, Apple CarPlay has been 100% working. Sometimes it goes over Wi-Fi, sometimes it goes through the cable. I wish it would just go through the cable every time, because the cable's faster, so I can tell when it's on AirPlay, because when I hit the fast forward button, it takes like half a second to skip to the next song. Like the album will show up right away on my Apple CarPlay, but then like there's like half a second before the song starts. Whereas when it's connected via cable, if it recognizes it, I don't understand why the car just doesn't, supersede the cable over Wi-Fi. Anyways, over Apple CarPlay, I mean Wi-Fi. That's how it was when I first got the car. It would always just work off the cable. Uh, you know, by itself, or I guess it preferred the cable in the beginning. But with the latest updates, it seems to be preferring the AirPlay more. Sometimes when it's on the cable, when you skip to the next song, it's immediate, like boom, 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 right? So I like that better because I'm a jumble brain, and I'm always like skipping multiple tracks to find the next song that sounds good to me. I don't necessarily know what I want to listen to until I hear it. So it can be chaotic. I don't do it when people are in the car with me because it'll drive them crazy. If I'm my natural music flicking around self, so it drives my wife crazy when she's riding, and I'm like, I'll hear like half a song, and be like, all right, I'm gonna skip like 13 songs now. Um, but no, I think my car's gonna last me a long time, but I don't think I'm gonna buy another Hyundai. I don't. I just don't trust it past 100,000 miles. I don't trust it. Now, like Lexus, that's like half a million mile car right there. As long as you take care of it, replace the things that break, and oil change and all that stuff, you're good. So Volvo's actually the has a car that has the most mileage. It's like I think it was like 2.3 million kilometers or something like that. Volvo, I don't remember if I think they gave him a new car and then they took his car and put it in a museum or something like that. I don't remember, but yeah, it's the highest mileage car of like any car ever. Is this like certain Volvo that I think they made it back in the 60s or 70s, and it's got like everything original, I think, with the exception of like some of the struts and things like that. But I think the engine, transmission are all original, and it's still there. You can check it out on YouTube. The guy's on there and everything. But anyways, I don't know. If you're still here, thanks for hanging with me. Um, I'd love it if you left a comment to let me know that you were around. You know. Um, you can go outside this. Oh, I gotta turn the alarm off. Hold on. I gotta turn it off. It's gonna go off. All right. I normally would do it on my phone, but look at this thing. Danger, danger, danger. There we go. Panel disarmed, 12:53. Go out here on the patio so I can smoke and joke. Yeah, my balance is a little off right now too, so I probably shouldn't drive anywhere. I haven't taken any drugs or anything, I've taken my prescriptions, but maybe that's the Lunesta throwing my balance off because it is a sleeping med. But that was the only strongest thing I took, really. Um, I don't really drink, so I'm not trying to feel more depressed than I already do usually. So alcohol is pretty much out for me unless I'm with a real good friend who can, keep my moods up. They balance out my tendency to be a little more depressed on alcohol. If I'm with good friends and we're having a good conversation, then I can have a good time. But like just sitting here by myself drinking it, I don't trust myself with that. So I know it works for me, what doesn't. This I got to give up, but I'm not trying to do that right now. I know it sounds like an excuse, but I don't want to mess with whatever's going on in my brain. I don't want to take the nicotine away and then maybe my neuroplasticity goes down possibly. I don't really know. I got to ask the doctor if he thinks that if I go cold turkey on this, if it's going to jack with my therapy, Kind of paranoid who's out there watching me right now. Got this big ass light on me and it's all dark out there. I had a friend, a buddy of mine, who was so scared of snipers that he would always have the curtains closed in his home, even during the day. And whenever he came to my house, he would like close my shit, especially at night. He would close it, everything. You just gotta laugh at it. I mean, it's kind of sad, but you gotta laugh at it too, because what else are you gonna do? You're still gonna close that curtain. It's almost like OCD, like when someone moves something on your desk and you look at it the whole time, like, then you wait for them to leave and then you move it back. It's hilarious. It's a funny thing to do. I mean, like, you know, it's dumb. It's dumb, and it is sad, but like, it is laughable too. You can make jokes out of it. Nothing is off limits in comedy, right? So there's obviously some things in bad taste, but like, for the most part, you should be able to joke about anything. You can turn anything into a joke if you're skilled enough. It's all about perception, not perception, perspective, sorry. It's all about perspective. If you're struggling to find a way, maybe change your angle that you're looking at it, So anyways, I think I'm gonna end this now. Coming up on 40 minutes, and if you're still around, listen to me blather on. Thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for watching. If I can help you in any way with any information that I know about treatments, therapy, you got to pick your doctor, not let your doctor pick you. Okay, so like with psychologists, I had to go through multiple psychologists, and some people I just didn't get along with. The personalities clash. Some of them, I didn't think that they were caring enough, like going far enough, like they were just only doing the bare minimum of their job. Same with psychiatrists. That's happened before too. And so it's a constant fight. And once you find that person that you jive with, then you're good, like stick with that person. Now, obviously, if you plateau, you don't have to have loyalty. You know what I mean? You can be like, hey, I just feel like we're plateauing. I don't feel like I'm getting any benefit out of this relationship anymore. I think I'm going to start looking for another doctor. Just be cool about it, like, yeah, I'm sure it's going to sting for them a little bit, but in the end, it's your life. And right now you have the freedom to control it, and enjoy that freedom. And, assert that freedom so that you can live the best life possible. I don't know how to live the best life possible for you. I know how to do it for me, and that's to keep fighting this shit. That's all I can do. I mean, I feel like I'm past the point of wanting to lay down and die, like I used to. I used to go to bed at night and just hope that my heart would stop. I thought about suicide every day, multiple times a day, and it was like very passive. It was like I would have these intrusive thoughts of like, or whatever, and I'm gonna put warning triggers in this video description, because I don't want anyone to be triggered by what I'm saying or doing or talking about suicide. Some people can't handle it, so I don't want you to be. Disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. I can't give you medical advice. I can only tell you my experiences and my opinions. Whether or not you take them, it's up to you. Because in the end, you're in control of your life. And I can't live it for you. No one can. Only you can live it. And I hope that you live it well. And that you take care of yourself and stay safe out there, okay? All right, guys. Talk to you later.